And tonight's winner is Peace. Welcome to your first diary session. Are the pretenders and liars?
I want to be friends with him on the long run. He's a cool guy. I like his vibe. And then for the lady.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Okewumi and you're on to the Big Brother Naija review season 6 live on the Wumi's Talk Show. Yes, if you are watching my videos for the first time, a very big welcome to you. This is where the vibes, this is where the gist, this is where it all happens. So you are at the right place, you are at the right channel at the right time. Please do ensure to subscribe, like and share, and also leave a comment in the comment section below. Today I'm going to be giving you the full gist of the first full day in the Big Brother house, and if you do not want to miss any of that, stay with us. We would be right back. Welcome back guys. It's day 1 out of 72 days in the Big Brother house, and I must say it's been amazing all the way. It's just that these housemates are always doing things at the wrong time. For example, I'm going to get there today, but what can I see? White Money is more of the cooking guy. It reminds me of Katrina and Lucy. Domineering in the kitchen, always cooking and cleaning, and also the housemates are getting along. They're already picking the ones they like, they're already picking the ones that they get along with. They already know who matches my vibe. Oh, this one and I, we have the same kind of energy. I like the fact that they're still, taking time to study each other, but at this moment, the housemates are having a wonderful time. Now, what are the highlights of today's show? Basically, nothing really dramatic happened today. Aside the fact that the housemates kept on clamoring and hammering on who the wild card is. There's no minutes that would pass by that this housemates will not talk about who is the wild card. How are we going to get the wild card? I've been observing, the major conversations they've been having with each other is how they would find the wild card. I'm pretty sure they're even telling one of the wild cards how they want to find them. So, I mean, you can't even be sure that the person you're having this discussion with is the wild card or not. And you tell him that you are going to know him if he behaves in a certain way. And I'm the wild card. Obviously, I would not want to behave in a way that you would know it's me, so that I won't go home on Sunday. So I feel like, I'm just like, this tension, everybody just wants to know the wild card. Everybody is studying, everybody's staying at alert. They're having conversation in groups. How do they work together to find who that person is? And most of them already have their suspicions. Some of them are suspecting each other. They say, you walk like this, you talk like this. Are you the wild card? Also, the housemates, we're having so many heart-to-heart talk, and from what I could see, Maria is very, very intelligent, because she is very diverse and knowledgeable in different topics. If you switch to relationships, she's there. If you switch to culture, she has a wide range of knowledge. That's what I could observe in today's conversations. And Nini was giving Licorice a relationship counseling session. She was telling him of how a profession kind of gets in her way of being in a relationship, and she wants to focus on herself and leave relationship, focus on work. And Nini was giving some advice to her. There's so many love doctors in the house this season. Anyways, his experience is a married man, so he was really passionate about the discussion. So I could see a trait of bossiness in White Money. He's very bossy. He was speaking yesterday and it's I'm talking, nobody should talk. He has this kind of listen to me. He has this kind of my opinion, your opinion. My opinion, nobody else's opinion. Yes, he's very bossy and can be very authoritative. And a few other housemates, I'm seeing potential dramas as time goes on.
I tried one or two of them.
I want to thank you, Big Brother, for making me a guest.
But for now, I really like all the housemates. They're really cool people.
That was an experience that it just gave me time to reflect a lot about a lot of things.
Today, the housemates had their first diary session. And I must say that it was super cool, it was super nice. And first of all, let's even talk about how comfortable the diary room is. I mean, the whole idea behind how that diary room looks is basically to make them comfortable so that they can say their mind, so that they can speak and forget themselves and even say things they're not meant to say. Well, my most interesting diary session for today was Saga, because he revealed a lot of things that we did not know about. So let's just move on now. Boma was the first housemate to be called into the diary room. Biggie asked him how he feels being in the house. He was like, he's really excited, and that he thinks that the housemates are really nice, they are really fun people, that Biggie made a nice choice in selecting the housemates, which I agree with. And then he liked the fact that the guys came in first, and you know, he really made them bond well, like, you know, sharing their stories and all. And so Biggie asked him who he feels or he sees himself bonding with along the line, and he mentioned Maria, and he gave his reason because she's smart, like I said earlier, and she can have sensible conversations. You know, this diary session made me realize that this housemate had a 1 week isolation before getting into the Big Brother house. Like, no phones, no social media, nobody, like just they themselves in the hotel for 1 good week. No phone, nothing, like nothing, guys. I don't think I've ever been subjected to something like that. So they had that isolation, and then Biggie wanted to know how the isolation has affected them, if it has changed anything. Today we have Angel. She talked about how she feels about the other housemates. She said she really likes them a lot. She's getting along with Beatrice, Ariola, Jackie B, and that her isolation experience was really emotional. It was an emotional roller coaster, as she has been, like, she cried a lot during the isolation, but he made her get stronger. She said she learned how to be alone, be on her own. You know, a people person tends to like depend on people. If people are, the people defines their happiness. If people are happy around them, they are happy. If people are sad, they're sad. They don't know, like, they're not independent of people. And so she said this isolation made her feel, you know, that okay, with me by myself, I can still be happy and I can still, you know, do well. Moving on to the next housemate, we have Saga. Anyways, Saga's diary session lasted for hours. I'm telling you, because that guy really talks a lot. Well, it's not a bad thing to talk a lot. He actually said some sensible things, and it was actually fun. It is diary session, so whatever you guys have to say, I don't know. His diary session is meant to come and say how he feels, and I feel like that's what he did. You know, he said being in the house is a mind-blowing experience, and he's grateful to be here. And you know, he said that yesterday when the girls were introduced, he was confused that there were plenty fine girls. He was like, that even lost control of himself. He was like, he lost himself, and he was misbehaving because he was beginning to fall for this one, fall for that one, fall for that, and he was like, oh my guy. And so he said that, you know, along the line, he got himself together, you know, and said, well, don't lose focus, don't lose focus. And so when Biggie asked him who is bonding with mostly in the house, he said he's bonding with Pere, and he's also bonding with Irene. He said Pere is like, he's suspecting Pere very much. He's suspecting Pere to be the wild card, but he's someone that he's bonding with and he would bond with outside the house. And the female housemate he is bonding with currently is Ariola, because they share some things in common, like their love for art. Yeah, so that's basically what he said. And you know, Big Brother asked him who is giving him like bad energy, like who is he not seeing himself bonding with? And he mentioned white money. He gave his reason. He said white money did not maybe hurt him, or white money, it's not because, he just said their energy just doesn't match. He did not say any terrible thing about white money. He just said that white money didn't do anything, but their energy is off. That's basically what he said. And he also said Sammy, and the reason why he mentioned Sammy is because he feels like Sammy talks about his struggle a lot, and he doesn't know whether Sammy is using that as a strategy, you know, maybe trying to gain pity from the audience. Because, you know, if you have said something once about your struggle, oh yes, I went through this, I did that, but he keeps mentioning like as if he's trying to get the attention of the audience, or he's trying to get pity. So that's why he doesn't like Sammy's energy. He also mentioned Nini, and he said the reason why he's having problems with Nini is because he was trying to, like, she was giving him red light, he was trying to like get closer to her, but because she has a boyfriend, she rejected him. That there's no personal beef, but like that's why he just like moved away from her. Peace says that being in the house is very exciting for her, although she's a bit nervous, shaky sometimes, but she's really excited to be in the house. She doesn't have a specific housemate which she has bonded with. She's bonding with different people, but she doesn't have a specific one which she can say that, oh, okay, I'm already getting along with this person. And Yousef is Yousef came in and he was very nervous. I mean, he came in and he was shaking on the chair. Big brother had to give him time to get comfortable in the diary room because he was looking like he was nervous, and it was very obvious and noticeable. And then starting his conversation with Biggie, the way he was saying that the caliber of people in the house, he felt very intimidated. And I liked the advice Biggie gave to him. Biggie said, guy, coming into this house, each and every one of you are equal. Do not let anybody make you feel less of yourself, maybe because of their positions, because of their occupation. Yousef introduced himself as a teacher, and so basically he might have felt awkward, when this one is saying, I'm a fashion entrepreneur, I'm an actor, I've been to Europe, I've done this, and all the stories he could share, all he could say about himself was as a teacher in an high school. It's not a bad profession, but amongst all of them, I mean, he felt intimidated, kind of. And Big Brother had to remind him that you are all here for the game, and if they had it all, they would not be in the house. So you need to free yourself, you need to be yourself, you need to feel comfortable. That's the only way you can play this game for long. One of the housemates he has bonded with so far is Saga, and that's because he feels that Saga is being genuine about who he is being himself, and the rest of the housemates, many of them are pretending, lying, and making up stories. And Biggie asked him, who are the housemates you think that are pretending or that are making up stories? And he mentioned Sammy. This is the second time a fellow housemate had mentioned Sammy for the same reasons. Earlier I told you Saga mentioned Sammy, and now this Yousef is mentioning Sammy for the same reason, saying that he keeps talking about his struggles, and that is becoming annoying because we don't know whether he's trying to get attention or he's trying to get people to pity him. He also said that his energy with Boma is off because he feels like he and Boma share things in common, but each time he wants to talk about those things that they do, like modeling and all of that, Boma doesn't want to respond to him and is always trying to shy away from the question. So he feels like maybe Boma might be lying or trying to hide something. Along the line, Biggie still reminded him to get comfortable in the house and stop being nervous because he was still shaky throughout the rest of his diary session. Jackie B. What about the housemates are that they are really amazing. There's some people that are really laid back. They all have good vibes and they're not really proud, but there are many of them that are still laid back in their shell. Pere was excited to be in the house when he first got into the house. He said he has started bonding with Saga. I'm so glad because Saga also said he's bonding with him, and he's returning the energy by saying that he is also bonding with Saga, meaning that they're actually really bonding. So he said he's bonding positively with Saga and Boma, but he has not yet found any bonds with any girl. He's still trying to take his time to study them because they came in late, but the guys had enough time to bond with each other before the ladies came in. Saga had toothache yesterday night. I don't know if I said that. She had toothache, she couldn't sleep, and Jackie B had medications for her migraine, and she gave that to Tega to help her reduce the pain, and Tega got better. So when Tega got into the diary session, the first thing she talked about was her toothache and she requested that Biggie sends medications for her so that she could get better. Well, I feel like from Tega's diary session, I feel like she was misjudged, because of her video. She's going to bring trouble and all of that. But listening to her in this diary session, she seems very, very cool. White Money says he's grateful after trying 4 times during the audition to be in the Big Brother house, and now he's finally here. He feels that the housemates are so amazing. He feels that he likes the format which they, made them come in, like the male housemates. I say that he's thankful for that format because he made the male housemates bond very well, like form a very a very unbreakable bond. I mean, and that he feels that Jackie B, and earlier this morning, Jackie B gifted him with a t-shirt. And the reason was, yesterday night, White Money made dinner for the ladies, and this morning again he made food. And so Jackie B appreciated him with a shirt and said thank you for making breakfast for me this morning. And so White Money is like, maybe, you know, that could be a sign, because Biggie asked him who is bonding with, and he's like, he doesn't really bond. Ladies come to him, he doesn't go to them. He attracts people according to him. Irene's diary session was amazing too. She said she's enjoying the experience so far, and that the other housemates are so cool, and she sees herself bonding with Angel, Jackie B, Cross, and Saga. Nini's session was quite short. He said he's happy to be in the house, and that he's bonding more with Saga. I mean, because they kind of share or come from the same background. They're both married, and so they can actually relate properly with each other. Maria also said she felt amazing being in the house, and that she feels that the other housemates are really mature and they like each other for now. They really kept emphasizing on for now, because it's day 2. I mean, it's the second full day, the first full day, and yesterday, so basically, remember earlier in this video I said that these housemates do things at the wrong time. There's no possible way that diary sessions will be going on and we will be able to see whatever activities that is going on. So of all times for this housemate to choose to do truth or dare, it was when diary sessions were on. So we weren't really following. After this person goes into the diary room, Kaido just shows the camera in the garden for a few minutes and takes it back to the diary session. Like, we're all focused on the diary session and we cannot get to see everything that's happening. So why would they be doing truth or dare by this time of all times when diary sessions are going on? I couldn't get a glimpse of everything they were doing in the truth or dare, because it was just half that Kaido was showing us, because basically they were showing us and more focused on the diary sessions. So that's why I said this house may like to do things at the wrong time. Moving on, Yeris got into the diary room. He said he felt amazed to be in the house, and that he blended more with the male housemates. Nico Rose is that the housemates are chilled, cool, and friendly. She sees herself bonding with Yerin, Maria, Princess, Emmanuel, and Saga. J. Paul also had his diary session. He said he sees himself bonding more with Boma and Princess because he just likes their vibes naturally. On Beatrice in the diary room, so she said she's bonding more with Angel and Boma, and that isolation was a bit tough for her. Emmanuel also said he's having an amazing experience in the house. The guys coming in first in the game gave them a lot of time to bond well. Then they switched back to the dining area and the housemates were playing the lemon game.
Lemon 6.
Okay.
So basically that was how the first diary session in the house went, and today they had their first head of house games. Man, it was really tough.
Sound of the buzzer.
So today they had the first head of house game in the house. As usual, the winner of the head of house game gets immunity for a week, and yes, from possible eviction, and has access to the head of house lounge and liberty to pick one housemate as a deputy with whom they would share the head of house lounge with. And Big Brother called this head of house games version 2.0 with improved graphics. So obviously it was similar to what the housemates had last year in last season, the dice game, rolling the dice and that, but it was improvised with new graphics and maybe new type of way of playing the game. So the rules were for them to get to the 35 steps. The aim is for them to move on the steps and arrive at step 35 with an allocated time frame. Failure to do so or abide by the rules will get them penalized. They had 90 seconds earlier to play the game, and then Biggie came back and said, okay, they've reduced their time because of how excited they are. I mean, to 70 seconds. this game, I'm not going to lie, it's very hard and complicated. Now, I have problem with the game because at the beginning of the game, there was a base under the sliding scale. I'm going to put a picture so that you can understand. And so that base, I think Big Brother saw what I saw, well, what I was seeing. That base, when they throw the dice, sometimes the die can appear two-faced. It might look like a 6 and it might look like a 5. Some housemates will play the 6 like a 6. Where some housemates will say, oh, it's a 5, and they will play again. Like, I saw few housemates that had like 6, but they didn't know because of that base was like making the dice look two-faced. Why some other people played it like that, they didn't go back to replay. So I think that base had a lot, it was challenging. At some point, Biggie asked them to remove the base, but that was in half of the game, which I feel was not fair enough, because that base hindered a lot of people from even starting, because it was hindering them from getting a 6. So I feel like if he wanted to have removed the base, he would have removed it earlier, but I felt like they didn't know that it was going to affect the game. So in tonight's Head of House game, it was pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. Some of them had luck, some of them did not. Saga could not start the game. Yes, I think Saga could not start. Saga and Emmanuel, they didn't get a 6 during the 70 seconds they had. Some of them were able to get a 6, but as they got the 6 like this, 70 seconds is up. I think the housemate that the female housemates performed really better than the male housemates. They got really far in the game than the male housemates. Maria had a score of 15, and Peace had a score of 16, making her the highest in
And
the game.
tonight's winner is Peace. Peace.
Yes, big brother.
You have won the Head of House.
Thank you. Yousef.
So officially, our new Head of House is Peace with 16 points. And Big Brother gave her, like, he didn't even give her time, just said she should pick a deputy, and a deputy must be of the opposite gender. She didn't even waste time to pick Yousef. She just said Yousef, and I'm like, okay, I saw it coming, because even in the diary session, she said she bonded more with Yousef. So she picked Yousef, which gives them exclusive access to the Head of House lounge. And Biggie also added that they have unrestricted visitation from their fellow housemates, but just for only today and tomorrow, which means that other housemates can come into the Head of House lounge to visit from today to tomorrow, but they cannot pass the night over in the lounge. Are you excited about your new Head of House and deputy? Peace and Yousef. If you're excited, let me see that below in the comment section. We have come to the end of day 1, season 6, Big Brother Bbnaija review. My name is Okewumi. Please, if you watch this video this far, do ensure to subscribe, like, share, and also leave a comment down below in the comment section. Have a wonderful day ahead.